What the Southern Sasquatch Project believes about Bigfoot. This is the official statement from our research group.
Well, here at the Southern Sasquatch Project, we view Bigfoots and other Bigfoot type creatures that might go by different names like the Yeti or the Yowie as being biological creatures. We are apers, we are flesh and blooders. And it's based on the evidence that we have at hand, which is footprints, hair samples, physical evidence. Because physical beings leave physical evidence. We're not so certain if paranormal beings do that. If some sort of paranormal entity could leave behind physical evidence. But it's not just that evidence. It's what's hidden in some of that evidence. It is the dermal ridges that are displayed in some of the footcasts that are available to us. This is something that's exclusive only to primates. So, wouldn't it be a primate that leaves a footprint with dermal ridges in it? And yeah, we understand that some of these casts with the dermal ridges, experts agree that they could be faked, but they also agree that it would be very difficult to fake. Another piece of evidence that's out there is some of the strange howls and screams that have been recorded over the years that come back when they're run through a database as a primate. Again, something that sounds like a primate is probably a primate. So our hypothesis is, if the evidence points towards it being a primate, it probably is. So, is it a relic population of hominid? That's likely. Is it a relic population of Gigantopithecus? That's likely too. Is it an unidentified species of great ape that's yet to be recognized by science? Well, that too is very likely. Is it a paranormal being? Probably not. We don't dabble in the paranormal, but we do dabble in biology. We understand animals and their capabilities. And we don't see Bigfoots doing anything extraordinary to the animal kingdom. Can they blend into their environment in an uncanny ability? Yes, they can. These things are quick. They can camouflage themselves very well into their environment. They blend into the habitat, and that's by design. Many animals are like that. That's not exclusive to paranormal beings. That's pretty exclusive to the animal kingdom. What about things such as mental telepathy? Well, we don't have the evidence on hand to say that's something that's happened. That's all word of mouth. There's no way to scientifically prove that a Bigfoot has put a thought into your head and now you know the Bigfoot's thoughts or heard the Bigfoot's words. And in the cases where they're associated with the strange orbs or UAPs or UFOs. Again, we don't have that evidence on hand. We can't either admit or deny that that's happened. So, again, we feel these things are biological creatures based on the evidence in hand. If you have some evidence and you feel that you can prove that these things are somehow paranormal, there is an email address under our channel description. Please feel free to email us whatever you have, and we'll be more than happy to take a look at it and be in communication with you about it and hear your story. Because while we do maintain in our theory that these things are biological creatures, we also have to keep an open mind because there's no proof of that either. So, in a nutshell, that's the theory at the Southern Sasquatch Project, that these are living, breathing, and ultimately dying creatures that live in the woods of North America and really around the world. And that's our hypothesis. That's how we feel about that. So, beyond footprint casts that display dermal ridges or strange howls that come back as primate, what other evidence is out there to support our theory that it's a physical being? Well, one thing is a physical description. Most descriptions describe a very similar animal. Now, granted, hoaxers use this same description all the time. But even in the ones that are credible, there always seems to be many common denominators with how this thing looked. So I think that's another way to look at it and say it's a physical being because it has a physical property about it. It's 6 to 10 feet tall, sometimes a little bit taller. It's 400 to 800 pounds. It walks upright and is sometimes seen on all fours. They move very smoothly and very fluidly through the woods and can disappear up hills and into brush without any effort at all. These are the descriptions we hear time in and time out. That is describing the same creature. That's evidence that these things are physical beings. So that's another way we formed our hypothesis, is by other people's physical descriptions and also on what we've observed ourselves. So, in conclusion, the Southern Sasquatch Project hypothesizes that these are physical creatures. Unfortunately, we don't have the proof to prove it. That's why it's a hypothesis. Like I said, if you have evidence pointing otherwise or evidence to support that, look for our email under our channel description and feel free to email us whatever you've got. Share your story. We'd be more than happy to talk to you. As always, thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. And everyone, enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.